Hey everybody, this is Brian C. Dunn, the Sage Lion with Just Cool Stuff Video Magazine. And coming up on Saturday, June 1st at 1 p.m. on the Hub Network is going to be the Aquabats Super Show Season 2. And what a great, great fun show that is. And today we have with us Ricky Falomir, also known to you and me as Ricky Fitness of the Aquabats. We also have the executive producer for the show, Jason Devilliers. He's a writer and director of the shows as well. And I am glad they're here. Hey, so we got the Aquabats Super Show Season 2. How great is that?
Oh, man. Can't wait. Can't wait.
We're premiering on the Hub on June 1st at 1 p.m., so that's this Saturday. So I've got my aqua cap on, and I'm ready.
The countdown is on. 3 days to go.
There we go. Hey, well, so you guys have been busy today.
We got stuff going on. We're out and about, seeing the world.
That's awesome. Hey, Ricky.
Yes, sir.
So the Aquabats began as a ska band, kind of aimed at an adult crowd. I'm real curious, how has the shift in demographics affected you as an artist? You know, what are some of the pros and cons of appealing more to a children's audience now?
To be honest, I think it kind of opens more doors for us. We're able to explore more musically because kids' minds haven't been tainted with things that they think they should be listening to. So they listen to what's honest, they listen to what they want to listen to. So that allows us to make any kind of music we want, really, you know. So we still have ska songs here and there, and new wave style, punk style, hip hop style, kind of a little bit of everything. So I believe it opens the gates for us, you know. And the kids that are coming to our shows now, well, their parents were coming to see us back in the day. So
yeah,
I feel that they'll stick through whatever we do as long as it's good, you know.
Yeah, I've really enjoyed it, actually. I kind of like the, so much modern music is so serious. And, you guys have a lot of fun with your songs, and I love the lyrics. They just crack me up. Pool Party cracks me up every time.
Yeah, and that's it. We just try to have fun, and, anyone that has a light heart will enjoy it and have a good time, Anyone that doesn't take themselves too serious, just have fun. Write a song about a pool.
Yeah, I guess it does open a lot of doors. That's fantastic. So what's it like when you're looking out over the audience and you see a parent, a fan of yours, with their kid on their shoulders just rocking out? That's got to be really exciting and fulfilling.
I have a daughter, and I know how that is when you're a parent. You have that emotional bond together, and you enjoy something together. Like, I know what that feels like. So when I'm behind the drum set and I see parents and their kids enjoying, both having a good time, I get a little emotional because it's just such an awesome feeling. And the more kids that come to our show, like the younger kids, the energy it's such a fun energy, and the show it just takes off. The live show just explodes, and so the more kids that keep coming to our shows, the better the show gets, and it's just such a beautiful thing to see everybody having a good time like that.
That's awesome. I'm
not going to lie, I get a little tear in my eye of joy. I'm just like, this is amazing.
There's something about that. I don't think it's silly at all, It's especially in today's climate,
Absolutely.
Well, okay, so we're going into the second season here, which is fantastic. I mean, I'm thrilled about it. I became hooked right off the bat. It just takes me back to my old Gotchaman days and, Banana Splits and Dr. Shrinker, the whole Croft thing. It was just like, holy crap. You guys reinvigorated it. So, I watched your first episode, and it was great. And you've got guests like Tony Hawk in there. Who else? We had some great guests last season, Lou Diamond Phillips and John Heder and some other people. So who are we going to be able to see this season? Do we have any?
We have Eagle frontman Mark Mothersbaugh appearing in an episode.
Oh, great!
That's going to be awesome. We have Martin Starr from Freaks and Geeks.
Oh, awesome. That's awesome.
Can you think of anyone else?
Gerard Way, lead singer of My Chemical Romance. He co-wrote an episode and co-directed with me.
That's right. I thought I heard something. Yeah, that's great.
Yeah, his brother Mikey, who's the bass, he's in the episode actually as well. So.
Oh, that's cool. I think Gerard Ray's really big in the comics industry, also doing things. So that's not surprising.
Yep, for sure. And you totally nailed all the references, and the influences of the show, Gatchaman, and Sid and Marty Krofft stuff, and old Scooby-Doo episodes, all that stuff, was all the influences that we really have behind the show.
Oh, and you know what? It for people of we'll just say our demographic, it's just so obvious and heartwarming. It just throws us right back. And we all love those shows, and so now we're creating a whole new. You guys are going to be the icons now, which is just fantastic. And there was something for as zany and hokey as the shows are. There's something organic and fun about it, and I think that's what really is appealing.
Yeah, agreed. Yeah, we always try to do all of our effects and all of our everything. We try to do practical. We don't want. There's so much CG and computer-generated stuff in all the movies and the shows out there nowadays. We really want to do model work and have guys in the rubber suits and have that camp element where everything's so visceral. Where kids look at stuff and they think, man, I can reach out and touch that.
Yeah.
And that's one of the great things about the old Rankin and Bass Rudolph Red-Nosed Reindeer. You watch that on TV and you could see that stuff is all real. You knew that existed somewhere. And with computer-generated stuff, it doesn't exist. It's all just made up in the computer. So, we really wanted to give kids that visceral experience and try to have everything as real as possible.
I think it's brilliant. And, oddly enough, it gives a very, as silly as it may seem, it gives a real sense of danger also. When you're squaring it off against a real...
Yeah, there's nothing that scare kids to this day.
Well, I'll tell you, that chicken baby just scared the hell out of me.
How about the naked mole rat?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my gosh.
God, there's some very creepy things. The big eyeball. I have nightmares about that. And pleasant dreams, which is awkward. We'll move on. So we've talked about a couple of the bad guys that we've squared off against in season one. Who are we, what kind of creatures are we going to be seeing? Some more of the similar? Are we going to see Manant come back?
We may see Monarch come back someday. We are working on more episode scripts right now. We hope to shoot more episodes later this year. But in these 5 that are coming out, we do have one villain from season 1 who makes an appearance in the premiere episode, and he's not recognizable because he was transformed by a meteorite. Let me just say that. But season 2 does have some villains from old Aquabats lore. Silver Skull, who makes an appearance. There are some good villains there.
Well, so Ricky, who's your favorite bad guy to square off against?
Well, I kind of like the ladies. I'm still in love with Clara and Sarah.
Yeah. Fair enough. Do we have any big changes? Any major plot twists?
We do have some cosmetic changes from season 1. One of the things you'll notice is the cartoons are different. We don't have the Japanese animation style serialized cartoon that goes from episode to episode.
Yeah.
These 5 episodes, each of the cartoons are a flashback of an individual Aquabat recollection of the origin of the Aquabats and how they got together. So all 5 episodes is a different Aquabat's memory of how the Aquabats came together.
I believe we're treated to...
cartoons are a different animation style as well.
Oh, that's great.
So that I think is something that would be cool for people to see.
Yeah, it seemed like Eagle Bones in the first episode. I'm trying to think of what style that is. It looked more like...
It's kind of like that Ralph Bakshi...
yeah, that's it.
You know...
That Lord of the Rings sort of...
Heavy metal, Lord of the Rings, rotoscope...
Yeah, that's...
You know, hand-drawn animation.
That's it. Yeah, that was a really fun one, too. It was...
Yeah, pretty rad.
Yeah, I love...
Yeah, there's some cool ones coming out, you'll see.
Well, great. I'm really looking forward to that. So, Jason, any chances for an Aquabats movie?
No, we've been talking about it for a while now, and you know, I think we'll have to. I think we'll need a couple of seasons under our belt before we jump into that river.
Fair enough.
Definitely something that we're talking about. Definitely something we want to do. And you know, the ratings are getting ever better. You know, we got nominated for an Emmy. The fan base is growing rapidly, and you know, we've got all the old Aquabats fans behind us as well that are, you know, so loyal. I think in the near future we could definitely see something like that.
That's awesome. Action figures, any other product?
That's the question, the magic question that everyone's asking. We would love to see that happen, but right now we're trying to figure out how to approach that. But I can tell you that we're working on music right now for. We're trying to release a record of the songs from last season. Full versions. So we go in there and re-record them, but extend them a bit, along with 4 new songs that no one's ever heard. That's first on the chopping block, so we're trying to get that done as we speak right now. But I'd love to see toys. Please, somebody.
That's it, yeah. I mean, it would just be awesome to have your own little Ricky Fitness to run around.
A battle cram,
That's right. You know what, I do like how Ricky Fitness is really the errand boy. Everybody gets their asses handed to him. They're like, Ricky, go get this. You're the strong one. Go do it.
That's what I get. That's what I get for being in shape.
That's it. Yeah. Well, hence, I'm not in shape just to avoid that very problem.
Well, I'm thinking about eating some more donuts.
I can only support that, Ricky. I can only get behind that idea. So, do we have any touring going on, or any other? Should we keep an eye out for you anywhere else?
Yeah, actually, we'll be on the Warped Tour this summer. I believe our first show's in San Diego, June 19th.
Oh, brilliant!
Also, we'll be doing Comic-Con show, House of Blues, this year. So.
Oh, that's sweet. Yeah, I'll be there. So, are we going to see you more on Yo Gabba Gabba?
Well, I don't know what's going on right now with Yo Gabba Gabba. That would be amazing, actually. We've been so busy with the Aquabats that it's just kind of I'm not sure what's happening with that, but that'd be cool. I'd love that.
Yeah, I got a real fill of Yo Gabba Gabba at an urgent care one time when they played about 30 episodes, I think. That's what I get for getting a cut on my finger. I think I'm traumatized. I want to thank you guys for coming and visiting with me today. And Ricky, can you do a shout out to a friend of mine, Vanessa, who is a big aqua nut?
Absolutely. Vanessa, you are the best. Thank you for supporting the Aquabats. Keep it real.
There we go. Right on. Hey, you know what, guys? Come back if something new is going on, or if you want to get together. And I just remind everybody to check out the Aquabats Super Show coming up here on the 1st at 1 p.m. And if you guys need any bagpiping Aquabats, just let me know.
All right. Perfect.
All right, guys. Hey, take care of yourselves. Thanks once again. Enjoy the rest of your day talking to people. I look forward to talking to you again, and I can't wait to see more episodes.
Awesome. Thanks, Brian.